Hey everyone, welcome. I'm a rough Pebble, and I'm really excited to be diving into Anbennar, Europa Universalis for complete overhaul, total conversion mod. It's really, really cool. Highly recommend it. And we're going to be checking out some of the new content today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this really, really, really deep total conversion mod. It is generally based off D&D and other things. It's very, very cool. I cannot recommend it more. So for this playthrough, and there is a lot of content here. Look at all of this. There's so much here. And this is just one of our continents. There's also the continent that has the what are they? The Ruinborn elves over here. So lots and lots of really neat stuff going on here. We are going to be playing in the Serpent Spine Mountains up here. Now, in these mountains, there are many an ogre. There are many orc. There are some more different kinds of ogres here. There's lots of goblins as well. There are humans and things as well. Some more ogres. No, orcs over this way. Some elves in the forests down in the valleys. I think we even have harpies and things like that here. But for this playthrough, we're going to be playing as the Company of Duran, an adventurer who has put together a dwarven expedition to do an expedition within these mountains. So I think this will be really, really fun. I'm very excited to dive further into this. So let's go ahead and go with the Captain Duran Blue Shield and his company. We'll play on Iron Man mode, and this will be Duran's company. Wonderful. Alright, so here we are. We have a little bit of context here. So I highly recommend checking this out and reading through this. And let me go ahead and just move my my portrait up a little bit here. I think we can probably go with something like over here. We can see that there is a fair amount of context for Duran's company here. We can also see the religion. We are worshippers of our ancestors. The fort defense is 15% increased, and the cost of advisors with rulers' culture is reduced by 20%, so that's good too. We have government. We can see that we are subject to many of Anbennar's unique mechanics. Again, highly recommend checking all of this out. And then some of the basic game mechanics. And then finally, our environment, the Serpent Spine. Very good. For this is our Anbennar menu. We could, if we wanted to, for whatever reason, remove some of the continents or regions, we could do that as well, for performance sake. And then we could also enable the Great Conquerors, and we'll just do normal mode here. I think that's fine, and then we'll go ahead and start. So the Company of Duran Blue Shield. First cousin once removed of the Lord Elector of Silverforge, Duran Blue Shield spent his youth wandering the world, from the edge of the deep woods to the city of Abencost, from the island of Nimcod to the Wine Bay and the Sorncost. Yet, as he aged, his wanderlust and fascination with ruins and history only grew. He visited the white hot walls of Cannor. He crossed through the flooded fields and cities of the gnoll-infested marshland south of Corvuria. He gazed upon the infamous tower that was once the heart of Black Cannor, and yet no matter how many sights he saw or stories he uncovered, he could never truly be satisfied. He wanted to see the Dwarvar. The orc-infested Serpent Spine Mountains hid a vast realm of dwarven cities larger than any human metropolis. Many pillared halls of stone dug deeper than the mountains were tall. All he ever truly wanted to do before he died was see those ancient halls, even just once. But as long as orcs still ruled the Serpent Spine, it was only a dream. And then, one day, whilst visiting the western dwarves of Rubyhold, he heard some news. The orcish warlord Corgus Dukinson had declared war on the surface world, pouring across the subcontinent of Esken an avengeful crusade in the name of their god. The Great Dukin, but only one detail echoed in Duran's mind, to the point of obsession. The Serpent Spine Mountains had been emptied of orcs. In the Laurentish small country, in the town of Thornbridge, he held a meeting between a number of relatives, adventurers, a wizard, and their halfling host. An agreement was made, a contract signed, and the company of Duran Blueshield was formed. He knew that there would never be an opportunity like this, ever again. He was not going to wait for the looters to destroy everything before he could see it, and if the ancestors willed it, he would stop at nothing to reclaim and reforge the homelands he had never known. Years later, after a harrowing journey through the caves and roads of the Dwarvar, the company has finally reached what was once the heart of the ancient empire of Aldworov. The quest for the dwarven homeland has only just begun. For our ancestors. Great. Great. Okay. So, one of the mechanics of the dwarves here in the Serpent Spine, especially as an adventurer, is we have the opportunity to migrate our capital. So that'll be one of the first things we want to do. I think we want to start doing some exploration. We could potentially... I do want to take a look at this. We can use government interactions. We can promote adventurer unity. I think that's probably a smart idea. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll promote adventurer unity. We'll lose 50 power, military power, and we'll gain 10 adventurer unity. Sure. That is going to one day pay off in an increase in yearly tax income, an increase in manpower recovery speed, and a reduction in land maintenance modifiers. So I think that's good to just kind of keep building that up as much as we can. Cool. We can also take a look at our military. We could give our ruler a military command. Or we could wait until we have 50 military power here. We can also pick a belief. I think we're ultimately going to be wanting to expand. But I think for now, maybe infantry combat ability is probably a good idea. Or the spelunking manual. I don't know. How quick do we want to settle down? That's the real question. It might be that we look for a hold, and until then we'll we'll do the infantry combat ability, and then maybe one day we'll be able to get a second one. Okay, so for now we'll be aggressive. Cool. Okay, we do not have a leader here yet, but we can migrate. So we could migrate from the Dagrinrod 9 to either 8 or 10 up here. I think it's best if we maybe go south. Because it looks like most of these are entrances up this way. And I think it's probably a good idea to maybe migrate down this way. Okay. Dagrinrod 8. Okay. Change to Serpent Bloom. Okay. Underground agriculture, thriving in the special ecosystem that is the Serpent Spine. They've been used in all sorts of farms and plantations throughout the millennia by the Serpent Spine inhabitants and form the basis of the food chain. Okay. Very good. Let's see. We'll have to be here for a year. That's given us a little bit of military power, diplomatic power, and administrative power. Which means we could probably... Mission fulfilled. What have we here? Hidden in the mountains. Many secrets have... have the province modifier expedition target. Okay. Gain 50 diplomatic experience. Or, power. And so can we now do a expedition? Okay. The event expedition menu happens. Interesting. The holds in Dwarvar harbor just as many secrets as the caverns adjacent, to which we send our best men to explore. Lost monuments and artifacts of Al Dwarov, treasures beyond belief and lost power are ripe for the taking. Okay. Length, short. Sure. Danger level, copper. Okay. We have chosen a target for our grand expedition. We will move forward and benefit the expeditionary party with the necessary supplies. Okay. 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 Organize the expedition. Copper. Now, is that high or low? Length, short. Start preparations. We'll send manpower. We can send 5,000 troops. Okay, so we can't do... I don't have 10,000. Alright, maybe we'll send 10,000 then. Reset preparation, send 10,000. Ah, we only have the 5. Okay. Raise morale. I think we'd lose these. Yes, that seems good. We'll raise the morale just a bit. Organize the troops. Gain 15% organization. We're already 100% organized. It's supplies that I think are necessary. $100 crowns for 20 supplies. No. Alright. And then set party's share. Okay, we'll do that. Preparation costs, expedition costs. I can't add more there. Okay. And then raise morale. Make upfront payment. No. Maybe we'll do one more of those. Estimated loot. Alright. Alright. Okay, floor progress. Okay, now we have to choose an heir for our company. We have several options, though these 3 bottom ones will reduce our adventure unity, which I'm not sure I want to do that. So I think we'll stick with the skilled adventurer captain. We have a 70% chance to get a strong heir. Okay, close this. We have a 634. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we'll just see how that goes. In the meantime, I think we wait. We don't currently have any ability to use our merchants. A little bit of a shame. Gaining a little bit here. Cobwebs. Floor progress. In the tunnel ahead, a particularly bendy and tight passage through the under rock, our soldiers came upon what at first seemed to be cobwebs. Thin white strands. Oh, hold on. Thin white strands laced the walls and blocked the path forward. Upon some initial inspections, the material turned out to be extremely easy to break. This made many reluctant to just walk through, waiting for the expedition leader's assessment of the situation. We only have one option: sweep away. When the first soldiers started coughing, no one suspected anything. Then, later, more and more soldiers were packed by fits of dry coughing and shortness of breath. The expedition had to take breaks more and more often. Some started complaining about how hard the recent days were. Some had trouble swallowing. After a week of symptoms here and there, the expedition leader called a meeting to discuss what to do. Oh, shoot. We lose a little morale in some men. Shoot. Okay. Okay. Oh yes, we're not actually. Learnings of an elder. It's very easy to forget that the younger races live life to a fuller and quicker pace than ours. Duran must keep up with new developments if our country is to prosper. Let's give you more administration. I think that's good. Yes, a 653 with a 634 coming up. Okay. Alright, we still have no advisors. Let's take a look at the expedition then. Oh no. Our manpower keeps going down. Okay. There's 0 estimated loot here. Okay. Government can use an interaction. Ah, yes, we now have military power here. Ooh. Do not have the modifier Orcish administration. We have... Hold on. Let's hang out for a sec. We have been made acutely aware of the fact that we are not the only ones roaming the caverns by our scouts' newest discovery. Just ahead of us lies what seems to be an Orcish supply camp, where they have stored food and ration for later use. Well, stored in typical Orc fashion, it is a big pile of random things. The stuff smells bad. Look for anything of value. Okay. During the search in the pile, our men managed to find some loot. Old dwarven jewelry and other valuable trinkets, as well as gems of gold. The scouts returned to the camp, proudly displaying their newfound riches, only for it to be confiscated and added to our own pile. We gained 75 loot. Cool. Okay. We've gained 75 loot. Okay. Let's do more of this then. Okay. Age of Green Tide. Got a lot of work to do here. Okay. The winding tunnels of the Serpent Spine Mountains sometimes layer in strange ways that facilitate short respite, or in our case, signal a finished region. Before us lies another inlet, now even deeper into the cavernous depths. We are ready to continue. Gain 1 prestige. All excess prestige over the cap will be converted to splendor. Found 1 ancient dwarven knowledge. Oh! 1 ancient dwarven knowledge. That already seems to be worth it, potentially. 235. Okay, we've gained some loot. There seems to be more. Okay. All Ancestors Day. All Ancestors Day happens every year, but some years there are more funds for a greater celebration, or simply more need to remember the recently past. All dwarves who are able to come together with their clan or families to pay respect to the ancestors, whether they died long ago or recently, this is done by lighting candles at the shrines and tombs, and exchanging stories about the ancestors. All Ancestors Day is a day of mourning and ritual storytelling, but also a day of meeting old friends, mend rivalries, and assuring every dwarf that they too will be remembered. Aha, stability. Very good. I'll take it. Okay. And we could go into here. Potentially. No, not here. This is stability and expansion. So, you need 180. Alright. Let's take a look at this. Oh, and we can migrate again. We will wait until this is done. But that's good to know. And I think we are ready to migrate. Soon, 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 soon. $3,000. Okay. Expedition target. Local goods produced. Okay. Huh? Ah. Is that what we want? Our prestige is a little higher. Okay, very nice. This has the following effects. Get a little bit more tax income. Local manpower recovery. Let's do... I don't know. I think we probably need to hold on to some here so that we can get some military tech. Alright. Let's take a look at that expedition target. Great mushrooms. A great cavern opens up in front of the expedition leader. Small streams of water trickling down the natural stairs carved out by long past tectonic activity. After a few steps down, the water converges to a lake surrounded by greater-than-life mushrooms. Their stalks glow violet, and the caps extrude a dizzying smell, but not necessarily in a bad way. At their feet are more colonies with smaller mushrooms with many different colors. We'll take the food. The cook stirred up a meal with great excitement. They had finally gotten a new ingredient to try out for the evening meal with after months of relying on dried, stored provisions. At first, the dinner seemed excellent, but soon the mushroom's poison took hold of the expedition. A raging sickness. No. I should have known. I should have known. Don't eat the mushrooms. But I would have thought our dwarven friends would have maybe tested it out a little bit more than that. But okay. Hopefully we sent enough men. Okay. A next expedition can be... The expedition returns. As the explorers, mercenaries, adventurers, clerics, warriors, and colonists return, they are hailed as heroes. They bring with them coffers full of gold and ancient artifacts, and parade through the streets of Dagrinrod. Okay, hold on. Send our 2,603 expeditionaries back to our manpower pool. The loot from our expedition after paying our expedition. Repay them in full and send them back out. Oh, and let them rest. Yeah. And send them back out. Yes. Okay. Ancient Dwarven Knowledge. The expedition has returned with ancient Dwarven knowledge. The Master Engineers request exclusive access to this knowledge, believing its technical knowledge could help better our hold. However, the scholars wish for it exclusively for themselves too, for they claim the wisdom of the elders and the precedence of managing a large state, like was the Ald Warov, could be applied to better working our state as a whole. We will convert each of the one ancient dwarven knowledge we found to 15 government reform progress. To improve our holds. For now, maybe government progress. We're still... To the engineers, estate is only as strong as its foundation. Yeah, alright. To the engineers, then. And yeah, we only have 2,000 here. The rest have been returned. We can now migrate here. Yes. Change to Super Bloom. Okay. Very good. Okay, and here we can see that there is somebody moving through here. Dagrinrod. Expedition target. Uh-huh. It's Dagrinrod 6. Mm-hmm. Uncolonized lands. Silver Dwarf. Okay. Sure. Well, I don't know. I don't think we want to build anything here. We want to send it into the expeditions, I think. Mm-hmm. We'll need to raise more troops. So that is something that we're going to spend money on. So here, 1, 2, 3, 8. Let's try to raise 10,000 troops. Okay. Very good. So our first expedition, maybe we overcompensated a little bit. Achievements. Ah, okay. Adventuring maps. We have been offered newly updated maps for our adventuring parties, hopefully uncovering new treasures and opportunities. Shall we give it a gander? Absolutely. Yeah. know what? Put another 50 into it. And then we've got the manpower recovery. Here we're building the troops. And then by the time we get here, we'll be ready for our expedition. It doesn't seem like there is one over here. I mean, we could even go spend 100 military power to strengthen our government and gain 10 devotion. Absolutism. Government reform. Aha. And is this the devotion? Okay. War of our adventurer company. Okay. Call to the surfacers. Serpentine spelunking. Spread spine spelunking. And remnants of old. Okay. We'll have to explore all of that at some point. For now, we're continuing to raise our troops here. Okay. Alright. And then we should be ready to head out here pretty soon, in the next couple of months. And migrate to Dagrinod 6. Where we know that there is an expedition target. Hopefully, well, we'll definitely have at least the 5,000. 2.16. Okay. Combine these folks, and we don't have a leader for them. That's fine. Continue. And as soon as we're ready to migrate, we'll do it. We'll finish recruiting our troops the last little bit here. Let's just do maybe one more. Because I think that's probably going to be all that we can do. Maybe we can do one more. Oh my goodness. I did not mean to do that. Didn't mean to cancel it. That was a mistake. Oh well. It happens. So, to maybe put... I mean, we'll be able to get some technology here shortly. I mean, this one would be the best. I maybe should have invested into the military skill. I think that would have been good, but oh well. 202. Okay, we have gained the forced migration against True Dagger. We must force them to relocate. Our war goal is to take the capital. We have gained the anti-monstrous conquest. Aha. Now, who the heck are you? A clan of goblins. I see. Now that is a little disconcerting, seeing that there are 23,000 of you here. That's okay. We're not after you right now. And we're ready to migrate to here. Yes. Okay. We have copper as a trade good. We have lost the forced migration. And here, there's a goblin minority, large and oppressed here. Interesting. We have copper. So it might be worth checking out maybe this area here, because this seems like an offshoot of... This seems like an offshoot of the road, and it might be that we want to go into... I mean, is this a dwarven hold? How would I know? Would it say? I'm assuming it would say. Well, with that, I'm going to end this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit subscribe and like, and we'll catch up in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.